some noise for Chad Taylor driving Stone Crusher. Make sure you guys get those votes in right, get those scores in right now. Look at our video board, the super glue glued to the action replay. Look at that donut. He came in violent with it. Nice revolutions, nice speed. But Hartford is all up to you. We got about 7 seconds left. We're about to wrap it up. We're gonna find out what you guys thought because the scores are now in.
The score for Chad Tingler and Stone Crusher is a 6.711. That is good enough for first place to start us off. Coming up next, it's a Shane Freed driving hook.
You saw that run? Right now, get the judgeszone.com on your cell phone. Make sure you get that code in HCT. Judgeszone.com, pull your cell phone out right now, get those scores in. You saw that nice rooster tail fly. And it's all up to you, Hartford. It's all up to you. It all comes down to this. If you're getting your scores in because you are the judges. And now, let's find out because the scores are now in.
We've got the current score to be held by Chad Tingler and Stone Crusher, which is a score of 6.711. And the score for Shane Freed driving hooked is a 7. Get loud for Brandon Darrow driving Bad News Travels Fast.
Driving Bad News Travels Fast. Look up at our video board, you see that super glue glued to the action replay. Got those nice donuts, creating that nice spin. You have that front left tire locked in place for a bit of an axis to spin around. And while they're in the truck, they got the rear steer, they lock it in place so they can stay stable. But you gotta make sure you stay cognizant of the terrain. And we're gonna find out, Hartford, what you think because the scores are now in.
We've got the current score to be held by Shane Freed driving hooked, which is a score of 7.283. And the score for Brandon Darrow driving Bad News Travels Fast is 6.840. That is good enough for second place. Coming up next, he's bringing the heat. It's Cody Saucier driving Dragon.
Driving Dragon. Hartford, you saw Cody Saucier go in there with some high speed. He had that donut locked in place, and as he spinned around, you can see in that glued to the action replay, that steering wheel, you see it dangling out of the window on the driver's side. What did you think about it, Hartford? We're gonna find out in a couple of seconds. Our time is running low. Now it's time to find out what you all thought because the scores are now in.
We have that current score to be held by Shane Freed driving hooked, which is a score of 7.283. And the score for Cody Saucier, Driving Dragon, is... That is an 8.452. Using the black and green wrecking machine, it's Weston Anderson, Driving Gravedigger.
You saw it, guys. Look at that. Go to the actual replay. If you need to be refreshed as you score, judges, because you are our judges. So as you look at that replay now, you get on your cell phones, grab your smartphone, go to judgeszone.com. We only have 7 seconds left. That code is HCT. Slide that BKT tire up or down. You saw that steering wheel out the window. But we're going to find out what you thought, Hartford, because the scores are now in.
We've got the current score to beat, held by Cody Saucier, Driving Dragon, with a score of 8.452. And the score for Weston Anderson, Driving Gravedigger, is... That is an 8.844. We have a new leader. Next to the track, let's see those Toro horns. It's Armando Castro in El Toro Loco.
Armando Castro driving El Toro Loco. There he is, let him hear it, Hartford. But Hartford, while you are cheering, make sure you're getting your scores in. You are our judges. Make sure you're cheering and you're also scoring, because you are our judges. We got about 7 seconds left. Armando hit those nice revolutions, and you see, he's kept that steering wheel in his hand the whole time. But Hartford, we're about to find out what you thought about this run, because the scores are now in.
We've got that current score to beat, held by Weston Anderson and Gravedigger, which is a score of 8.844. And the score for Armando Castro in El Toro Loco is... That is an 8.412. Get ready, it's Brianna Mahan driving Whiplash.
Hartford, you saw, she had that rooster tail coming from the back. She had that rooster tail coming from the front. She had everything going every which way. You see that glue to the action replay up top. Hartford, now, everything falls in your hands. What did you think? Will Brianna pull off a win? Will she end up in second, third, fourth, fifth? It's all up to you, Hartford. Judgeszone.com is where you need to be. But now we're going to find out what belies her fate, because the scores are now in.
We've got the current score to beat right now, held by Weston Anderson and Gravedigger, which is a score of 8.844. And the score for Brianna Mahan